Cameron is a 22-year-old young man who loves rowing and photography and bushwalking and owns a small business, Zelma Services, scanning slides. As we have a vision for Cameron's good life, and that's to live an independent life with meaningful roles. Part of that is living in his own home. Most young people move out of home in their 20s. It's a natural thing to do. His brother also wanted to encourage him to move out of home, saying that he would be perfectly competent in a group house with friends. Having Aidan in the background supporting me was really reassuring, because I wasn't sure Cameron had the skills and capacity to move out of home. Erica and her family kindly offered to trial Cameron moving out of home and living in his own space. As any young mum with a vulnerable young person, I had unconscious fears that needed some reassurance.
See, as a young man in my 20s, having moved to Canberra for university, it was a great opportunity to really talk to Cameron and relate my own experiences to what he is going through in working towards moving out of home.
It took a little bit of time to communicate with everybody and make sure everybody was comfortable with the arrangement. What was really lovely is she handed the keys to him. It was made really clear to Cameron from the start that he was in charge. He would be opening and closing the front door. It took him a little while to get the hang of opening the front door, but within a couple of weeks he had that. I was actually really impressed.
One of the ways we really differentiated this opportunity from a holiday to a home for Cameron was by leaving things there that he needed on his daily and weekly schedule. So that included clothes and food and cooking ingredients and books and puzzles, so that he was able to live his normal life within this new opportunity. But it was also important to really reinstate the idea of doing the washing the dishes and cleaning the floors.
We can confidently say as a young man, Cameron would rather be doing other things than cleaning, but he's committed to moving out of home and he will do his share.
As Cameron is great with his routine, we actually realised that he didn't need as much support as what we were expecting.
Cameron has a smartwatch. We've entered everything. He's comfortable with a touch screen and there are pictures and he can just select who he wants to phone. Cameron is a very social young man but has limited language, and so we want him to be confident. The moment he uses the watch to say he's arrived somewhere or he's left somewhere is about safeguarding Cameron, and we know where he is, what he's doing and who he is with, and just keep him a little bit safe. Routine's really important to Cameron. Part of his routine in the morning at the family home is to get up and open up the curtains. The curtains were very different, and he can be unintentionally rough if he's not concentrating, because he's a large young man. I was also a little bit worried about the stove. He was used to an electric stove and it was a gas stove. I wanted to make sure all of the team members were consistently turning power points off and unplugging kitchen appliances. That's something Cameron's always done, and I did not want him to lose that skill in a new setting. I wanted him to generalise it. So it was about 2 months. He was there one night a week. On the final week, we actually knew it was finishing up and we went to 2 nights, and Cameron was left in his home on his own for a 2 to 3 hour period in the afternoon.
This opportunity for us really showed Cameron actually needed less support. In the evenings, we were merely there in case something happened in case of emergency, and that was great for us because it showed us that all this work that we had done previously and really established within Cameron.
And I had expected the unexpected, and there was no unexpected. Reflecting back now, I don't really know why I was so concerned. It's amazing how well Cameron's adapted to spending time in the house without family. The growth that I've seen in Cameron from him spending time looking after Erica's house is just lovely. I've been greatly reassured that this is well within his capacity and he will actually step forward and grow as a result of moving out of home.